This week, we have Jupiter, planet of blessings, connecting with Uranus, ruler of the unexpected, and Mercury, the messenger, is still in retrograde motion in the sign of Aries. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new energy forecast for the week of Monday, April 15th through Sunday, April 21st. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here to do our weekly energy forecast. For this week, we're going to be using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. That will be the main message for everyone a little bit later. And our special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from a brand new deck that I just purchased. It's by Kyle Gray, and I love Kyle Gray's decks. Mostly every deck I have by him, I'm absolutely in love with. This one is called the Divine Masters Oracle deck. So before we get into looking at our stones of choice or the energies for this week, let's go ahead and settle in and do an empowered moment. So let's all close our eyes, making sure you're relaxed. Clear your mind of all thoughts. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, relax your body, your mind, and your energy field. Visualizing golden white light all around you, and this is the golden white light of unconditional love, peace, guidance, and protection of God's source energy universe. Let's take in a deep breath, breathing in that golden white light into every cell of our bodies. And as you exhale, imagine a grounding cord coming out of your root chakra and going down deep through the layers of Earth Mother Gaia, connecting with her crystalline heart chakra in the center of the earth. Taking another deep breath, breathing in Earth Mother Gaia's nurturing, healing elixir of light from her heart chakra and up through your grounding cord, all the way up to your root chakra. And as you exhale, it's being dispersed throughout all of your chakras and energy bodies, bringing healing, body, mind, and soul. And this week we have the wonderful and magnanimous Jupiter conjunct Uranus. And Jupiter is about blessings and expansion. Uranus is about the unexpected and revelations. And Jupiter is going to expand this area of our life regarding revelations, higher wisdom and knowledge, higher information, downloads and uploads and activation of the cellular memory, along with a host of other things that Jupiter is going to expand when it connects with this great awakener planet. So focus on the areas of your life that need awakening. Focus on the areas in your life that you need messages and guidance, higher information, wisdom, and knowledge. Focus on those areas where you need further messages from the higher realms. And ask the angels, archangels, ascended masters, and ancestors of the highest vibration of light to bring in an activation of those messages, that information, the redirection that you seek, the unexpected blessings of abundance and prosperity that you ask for. All of these things and much more in our highest and best interest, according to our higher soul self's divine truth. Ask that that be given that or something better. And breathe into that intention. And blow it out forcefully to the universe, where that can be made manifest, where more awareness can come in, an expansion of your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, in the best possible way for you and all concerned. Let's take in one last deep healing, cleansing, balancing breath. And as you exhale and in your own time, you can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space. And let's get ready to look at our stones of choice for the week, for that special message card a little bit later. So these are all special intention pendants, which you can find on my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment, if you wish to peruse and see what else is up there. But the first one here is Golden Healer. This is Golden Healer. It's wrapped in golden wire and Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 8, the number of empowerment and leadership, and also infused with the energy of the number 9, number of unconditional love and compassion. The energy of the sign of Libra for balance and harmony in relationship interactions. The activation of throat and heart chakras for the balance of speaking one's truth from the heart and saying what one really means, but with gentleness and love. The energy also of Archangel Michael is infused into this one for strength and leadership, as well as Archangel Raphael for healing and relationships, and Archangel Gabriel for healthy and balanced communication. All right, and then stone number 2. This one is golden, yellow, and green moss agate. Isn't that beautiful? It's a cabochon, which means it's got a flat back to it. So this golden, yellow, and green moss agate is wrapped in gold wire and Reiki charged with the energy of the number 3, number of abundance, prosperity, and blessings, and the number 8, number of confidence, courage, and willpower. The energies of Taurus, sign that rules money and manifestation. It has infused into it the planet Jupiter, planet of positivity, expansion, and the magnification of one's intentions, and the energies of Ganesh to remove obstacles and maintain balance, as well as goddess Lakshmi for power and wealth, and goddess Abundantia for increased good fortune and success. Okay, there's a lot going on with these ones, isn't there? All right, and then our last pendant of choice is this beautiful citrine pendant. So this, as well as that golden healer you saw earlier, have kind of that yellow solar plexus chakra energy, but this one is a little bit lighter. It almost looks clear, but it's such a beautiful, like just a tint of this wonderful yellow citrine. It's been wrapped in silver wire, and it's Reiki charged with the energy of the number 3, number of creative self-expression, and all forms of communication, including writing, speaking, and teaching. This one has the qualities of Jupiter, planet of expansion, growth, and opportunity. The qualities of the fire element for confidence, courage, and leadership. This one has the energies of Archangel Gabriel, the archangel who supports and inspires those with a life purpose involving communication in some shape or form, and also Archangel Michael, who leads us to the next step of our highest and most important destiny path. So again, your stones or pendants of choice, we've got the golden healer, we've got the yellow and green moss agate, and then we've got that citrine pendant. Let's put those aside and let's take a look at the astrological energies of the week. So we start out on Monday the 15th with Mercury, the messenger, who is still retrograde in the sign of Aries. So Mercury is all about communication, thoughts, ideas, perceptions. And while it's retrograde, we're reviewing and reevaluating, reanalyzing, researching, redoing a lot of different things in our lives, but especially reevaluating things that deal with our sense of self, our independence, our confidence, our courage, because it's in that warrior sign of Aries. But on Monday the 15th, it's going to connect with Chiron, the wounded healer. So they're both in Aries, and of course, last week we had that new moon solar eclipse at 19 degrees of Aries, which is right where Chiron is. And so now we've got this Mercury retrograding over Chiron. So what I feel like is whatever that new moon solar eclipse activated last Monday, April 8th, you might now have some messages or further information, something coming in. It could be a communication with another person. It could be communication with your higher soul self, or it could be doing a divine reading for yourself, or getting a reading from somebody, or receiving phone, text, or email messages. There's something about Mercury retrograde passing over that Chiron degree, and therefore the degree of the solar eclipse. And I just feel like there's further information and messages that are coming to us in regards to what that solar eclipse activated for us. Now, this could be, again, circumstantial and situational, so that you could be receiving communications from other people that help you to initiate or launch or move in a new direction, something new for yourself. Or it could be information, again, within yourself regarding your sense of independence and who you are, and taking charge of your life, and the healing of some of those areas. Then we're going to skip all the way to Friday the 19th of April. And on Friday the 19th, Mercury retrograde in Aries is now going to connect with Venus, the planet that rules love and relationships, as well as personal resources like money and finances. She also rules values and our sense of self-value or self-worth. Now, this happens very early on Friday morning Eastern time. So I'm going to say we're going to feel this on Thursday as well. Thursday the 18th, Friday the 19th, Mercury retrograde connecting with Venus. There could be communications and relationships that we're needing to have, or we're reevaluating something regarding our relationships. Maybe we're reevaluating something with our money and finances, since she rules that realm as well. Or we could be, again, receiving further information regarding how we're valuing ourselves and how worthy and deserving we feel, or how much we're taking charge of our lives, or feeling independent, or feeling in our own kind of sense of self. So all of that is happening on Friday. And then as we move forward on Friday the 19th, the sun moves out of Aries and into Taurus for the next month. It will be in Taurus until May 20th. So the sun is our ego, and it's how we're currently shining our light. So while it was in Aries, we were currently shining our light through that area that dealt with our self-confidence and our self-assuredness and our independence, our sense of self. Now it's moving into Taurus, and we're shining our light through that lens of self-worth and self-value, but also through the lens of money, finances, and personal resources. And personal resources beyond money and finances can be your time, your gifts, talents, and abilities, the efforts that you're putting forth, the patience that you have as you're working towards something, towards a goal, making some sort of a plan that you're moving step by step slowly through, and having patience while you're creating kind of these gains in your life or blessings in your life of some sort. Now, also on Friday is a big day. We've got Mars, the warrior, who's currently in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. So Mars' usual passion and get up and go and leadership, take charge energy is kind of watered down right now with it being in Pisces. So in this way, Mars, rather than moving forward fast and taking action before it really thinks through something, Now Mars in Pisces, as it has been for a while, is about faith, trust, and surrender, kind of going with the flow, which is hard for the warrior. But here we're going with the flow and we're trusting as the divine plan unfolds before us. On Friday, Mars in Pisces is in a sextile, which is a positive aspect of opportunity to both Jupiter, planet of abundance, prosperity, and blessings, as well as our belief systems, and also in a sextile to Uranus, the Great Awakener, who rules again sudden, unexpected events or redirections, higher information, wisdom, and knowledge from God's source, energy, universe. And so I feel like, again, if you kind of surrender, if you kind of use that Mars and Pisces surrender, and at the same time, look for opportunities that present themselves. The opportunities could be regarding expansion. It could be regarding money and finances, since Jupiter and Uranus are both in Taurus, the money sign. It could be opportunities in regards to taking a big evolutionary leap within your own self and in your life, with Uranus in the mix. But just kind of be aware of the opportunities. Look for them and surrender to them, but also try to take action on them in some way, shape, or form. Take action, but don't be attached. That's what I'll say. With Mars in Pisces, Mars can't help it. It wants to take some sort of action, but you also have to surrender. So you don't want to be attached to what happens, but you still want to look for those opportunities and act on them. And then on Saturday, the 20th of April, this is the big day of the week, I guess, because we have Jupiter connecting with Uranus exactly at 21 degrees of Taurus on that day. So again, reiterating, Jupiter rules expansion and higher learning and our belief systems and higher perceptions. Jupiter also rules abundance and prosperity and blessings of all kinds. And Uranus, again, the Great Awakener, sudden and unexpected redirection, change, freedom, liberation, all of those things is what Uranus rules. And, again, Uranus is that kind of strange, unusual, didn't expect that, it came out of the blue, sort of energy. And they're coming together. So I feel like this is initiating a cycle of energy where we can really expand into blessings and opportunities that bring us abundance and prosperity over the long term. Because Taurus is a long-term planning sort of sign. It may be something that initiates itself right away as they come together around Saturday. Now, this could be, a few days before, a few days after, depending on your chart and where the moon is and how the moon is activating different things, as well as the other planets. But Taurus is about long-term benefits or a long-term plan, or taking your time and moving slowly and patiently towards a goal. But this can really, again, activate some sort of long-term blessings in your life. And that's why the day before, I want you to look for those opportunities as Mars connects with both Jupiter and Uranus. And then on Sunday, the 21st of April, we have Venus, planet of love, relationships, money, and finances, in Aries, connecting with Chiron, the wounded healer, also in Aries. So there's something about healing our sense of self within relationships, I want to say. Our sense of independence and paying attention to our wants, our needs, our desires within relationship. Now, it doesn't mean to be totally selfish, but it does mean to make sure that, at least in a relationship that's healthy, we want things to be balanced. We want there to be equality in the relationship. Now, if it's not a relationship dynamic going on, then again, Venus also rules personal resources. And I want to say your own personal resources, because she's an Aries. So it could be your money, it could be your values, it could be your gifts and talents that you're using towards something. It could be your sense of self and individuality and self-identity that is going through this healing process. Chiron likes to bring up old wounds and old traumas from this and previous lifetimes. And in the beginning of the week, on Monday, it connects with Mercury, planet that rules the mind and messages and communication. And at the end of the week, Chiron connects with Venus, ruling again our sense of self-value, self-worth, relationships, and financial matters. And then lastly, on Sunday, April 21st, we have the Sun, which newly went into Taurus on Friday, and it's going to be in a challenging square aspect to Pluto, powerful Pluto, planet of death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration, power and control, evolution and growth, big changes. But because Taurus is a fixed sign where the Sun is, and Aquarius where Pluto is also a fixed sign, there could be a butting of heads. There could be some power and control issues happening with you and other people. There could be a stubbornness that's happening where you're feeling really attached to something, attached to an outcome, attached to a person, attached to a situation, and you're having a hard time letting go, which is partly what Pluto is about, to release and let go and transform something. We might be having a hard time in letting go to allow that transformation to take place. So just be aware of that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the cards, messages from our angels and guides through the Tarot of Dreams. So turning over the first card, which, by the way, if you notice a little weirdness in my voice and how it sounds as opposed to previous videos, I am coming out of a kind of an ascension symptom thing, you know, where it's like a sinus thing going on. And that was just before the solar eclipse where it kind of settled in. So I'm still trying to get over that. The first card is Major Arcana 1, the Magician. So with the Magician, it's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is kind of highlighted this week. You know, it's retrograde, it's connecting with Chiron, it's connecting with Venus, it's going to be retrograde all week. And Mercury again rules our mind power. It rules our mental faculties. It rules our logic. It rules the plan. It rules, the thoughts and the ideas that we have, the perceptions and how we communicate. And in this case, Mercury rules the Magician card in this particular deck. And the Magician kind of is all about creating magic in our lives. It's about creative visualization and manifestation and using the tools at your disposal. Some of those tools may be, real-time physical gifts, talents, and abilities, or other things. They could be spiritual tools, your spiritual gifts. It could be your confidence, different personality characteristics. But the Magician creates his own reality. So this is about creative visualization and manifestation, using all the tools at your disposal, all your gifts, all the information that you have, other, types of energies that maybe are at your disposal that maybe other people are sharing with you. And it's using your voice because we have Mercury here. So we want to open that throat chakra. And, that's part of the magic too, right? Is first we kind of have the idea in our head. We visualize it. We see it in detail, which is a Mercury thing. Then we might speak it out loud, communicate it out to the universe or maybe to somebody else. That's a Mercury thing. And then we allow it to kind of come into form by using these various tools that the Magician has to create his own reality. So he's got swords and wands and cups and pentacles representing, water, earth, air, fire, all the elements, which represents different things in our lives, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual, gifts and energies that we have. When we combine them all, we can create something. So this is really kind of like taking charge of your vision and, taking charge of your tools, your spiritual tools in various forms, and creating something with it. It's really, you being, again, the creator of your life. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next card, which came out as two cards here. So the first of those two cards, we've got the Two of Coins. This is like the Two of Pentacles here. And the Two of Pentacles, the two sometimes makes me think of, well, do I want to go this way or do I want to go that way? There's two different paths that I could follow, or there's a choice or decision that has to be made between two things. The coins brings up the idea of the material aspects of our life, money, finance, job, career, house, family, home, where I live, all those tangible things, those earthly things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis in life. So here we've got an image of what looks like a man kind of reaching towards 2 pentacles. Again, do I want to go this way? Do I want to go that way? Do I want to make this choice or do I want to make that choice? This is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of abundance and blessings, which is highlighted this week as Jupiter comes together with Uranus. And this is Capricorn. Jupiter and Capricorn, it's like expanding into your goals. Capricorn is about our career path, life path, destiny path, goals, being your own authority, taking charge of your life, attaining the highest point that you can as far as who you are out in the world, which is why it rules career and life purpose. And we want to expand into that. So if there's a choice or decision to be made, I say make the choice that helps you to expand towards your goals, expand into who you are to be out in the world or who you want to be out in the world. And perhaps you need to check your own belief systems as well. Maybe there needs to be a healing regarding belief systems and feeling more confident and self-assured that you can reach your goals. You can do what you set out to do. You can be who you want to be out in the world. And so again, make that choice or decision. This could also mean that you're juggling 2 different things. Maybe you're juggling money, or maybe you're juggling jobs, or maybe you're juggling various other aspects of your life right now. And again, Jupiter would say, try to keep a balance with both of those, but if you have to lean towards one or the other, again, expand into the one that helps you to reach your goals a little bit more. This can bring up a little bit of confusion with the 2 of coins or the 2 of pentacles, but this one is saying that expansion is real, blessings are real, and reaching your goals is a real thing that can happen. So let's see what came out with this card. Okay, we've got the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands, it's ruled by Saturn in Leo, and Saturn is the planet of restriction and limitation, which is opposite of what Jupiter is. Jupiter is expansion and things getting bigger and, exploring new horizons. Saturn, though, is restriction, limitation, caution, insecurity, holding back, and it's in Leo. So what are we holding back or of? What are we restricted or limited within how we're shining our light, within our creative self-expression? So we might feel a little restricted in those areas of life dealing with Leo. Again, Leo, creative self-expression and shining your light and taking risks, having fun, doing what you enjoy. So you might be fighting with yourself between these 2 energies of Saturn, restriction, kind of retracting, holding back, and Jupiter that wants to expand and get bigger and again, explore new horizons. The 5 of Wands is usually about, you can see this kind of mock battle going on. Now, this could be like there's fighting or battling kind of disagreements or something with other people. This could also, though, be different facets of your own personality kind of fighting with yourself, which is what I'm feeling for most of you may be the case. I feel like, you're struggling between these 2 energies right now, and feeling, again, confident that you can reach your goals if you should try to expand into new horizons, as opposed to kind of playing it safe or being cautious, overly cautious. And, by playing it safe and being overly cautious and being, more in that restrictive energy, again, you're kind of battling yourself. You're angry, you're frustrated. You want to kind of break out, break free, break loose or whatever. And whether this, again, is in a situation or whether it involves other people or whether this is just your own self kind of fighting within yourself, I say, let's choose this. Let's make the decision here to expand into our goals rather than allow the continuation of this to take place. And then let's look at the last card. The last card, it's a great card. It's the 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles. It's ruled by, there's Mercury again. Mercury, the messenger, planet of thoughts, ideas, perceptions, and communications in Virgo. Virgo is a practical earth sign. Virgo pays attention to the details. What are the next steps I have to take? Virgo pays attention to all the pieces of the puzzle that need to come together in order to make the whole picture, basically. But it's going to like dot all the I's and cross all the T's, and again, pay attention to those small details and the small steps in order to get to this abundance and prosperity, this ultimate feeling of satisfaction. This isn't just abundance and prosperity monetarily and financially, although it can indicate that too with the 10 of Pentacles. You can see all these wonderful pentacles there and this door opening to this abundance and prosperity and these new blessings on the other side of that kind of doorway. But this is also about attainment and satisfaction and feeling kind of complete in a sense, having a sense of fulfillment in a sense, by using your own logic, by using your own mind, which again, we started out with the Magician and Mercury, right? They both have Mercury up there. With the Magician, it's a little bit more magical. We're using a little bit more spiritual energy, but we're also using practical earthly energy because again, there's pentacles and cups and swords and wands all at the disposal of the Magician. So we're using kind of like the higher mind, if you will, or the spiritual mind, but we're also using the practical mind, and we're coming up with a strategy or a plan of how we're going to get there. Again, long-term benefits, right? It might take us a while to acquire this abundance, prosperity, and blessings and wealth, but it is there for the taking. Now we just have to pay attention to each little step that we need to take and come up with a plan and a strategy to get to this ultimate sense of satisfaction or completion, or to get to those goals that we want to expand into. So all in all, this is a good reading. We just have to get past, this kind of internal struggle that's going on where you're holding your creative self-expression back, or you're holding back shining your light out into the world, or whatever that 5 of Wands represents for you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the message from your angels and guides for the week based on your stone of choice. So the first stone of choice was the Golden Healer. Let's see what this wonderful brand new deck, the Divine Masters, has for a message for the Golden Healer. Golden Healer people. So nothing's jumping out quite yet. This is a brand new deck, and I did bless it and cleanse it and activate it. So Golden Healer message. This one called my attention. Oh, Buddha. Okay. So Buddha says, heightened awareness. I feel like this new moon solar eclipse really heightened your awareness. It activated something within you to connect more strongly to your higher soul self, to connect more strongly to your inner Buddha, this wonderful energy of inner wisdom, inner knowing. And it says at the bottom, make peace with your thoughts and the world. So I feel like peace really stands out here. The Buddha, right, is in a state of peace within himself, balance within himself. So focus on peace. That solar eclipse really probably, shook things up quite a bit. It did for the collective, and that's the second of the eclipses. We're still maybe waiting for the dust and spiritual particles, if you will, to kind of settle a little bit. So right now, just focus on being still. Focus on going within. Focus on the Zen part of your nature. Focus on the idea of peace, because when you do that, it's going to illuminate and give you this heightened awareness of what your next move should be, of what your next step should be, of what it is that you truly, really want, of what your true north is. Because maybe it's just been a big ball of confusion lately, but I feel like this is like illumination here. So if you sit in self-reflection and silence and meditation like the Buddha, you're eventually going to get to this heightened state of awareness, both within the mind as well as within the heart. And you're going to then have an inner knowingness of what it is that needs to happen next in your life. And again, focus on the mantra of peace. What decision would give me peace? What direction would give me peace? What energies will bring in a sense of peace for me? Because peace is so important to have in life, okay? Let's put that back in case somebody else gets it. The second stone of choice was the yellow and green moss agate. So special message for yellow and green moss agate people. Yellow and green moss agate people. This one's calling my attention. Oh, I hope I can say this right. Hanuman? Hanuman. Looks like a lion person, doesn't it? That's so cool. I love the cat family. All cats, big and small. And Hanuman says devoted warrior. And what a perfect phrase for Mars, the warrior, being in Pisces, the spiritual sign, the last sign of the zodiac, and such a spiritual sign. It's the devoted warrior. And it says, let God's love hold you in strength. And again, we have this golden energy around the heart chakra. Just like the previous card had a little bit of that golden energy at the Buddha's heart chakra. So again, we have this idea of like love and peace and, of the heart and being in that state of divinity. We've got rainbow energy coming off here around Hanuman, the devoted warrior. I feel like this is, another way to say devoted warrior, maybe a spiritual warrior. And that's another, again, phrase for Mars and Pisces. Be the spiritual warrior, not someone who's going to mow down and take complete charge in a aggressive way. But the spiritual warrior is going to balance action with awareness. Balance taking charge and making something happen with surrender and allowing. And so I feel like that's what the devoted warrior energy is having you do. Get into your heart chakra. Open up that heart chakra. These eclipses did a huge awakening and opening of all of our heart chakras here on a collective level. And I'm going to have to look up Hanuman because I never heard of this divine master before. But let God's love hold you in strength. This, just like the strength card in the tarot, right? The strength card is the lion. And it's about having inner strength, inner resolve. And the strength card is all about the heart chakra and opening up to that unconditional love within yourself, which is going to emanate out as unconditional love towards all others. So allow that to be your guiding force this week. And let's put that back in the deck. And then for those of you who chose the citrine, message for citrine people for this week. Citrine people. Oh, this one's calling my attention. Ooh, citrine people, Lady Nada. I did a little lecture not too long ago about some goddesses, and Lady Nada was one of them. So I love this energy. Lady Nada, expanded heart. So each one of our cards, and not all these cards are about heart chakra energies, but each one of the cards that we chose this week all have something to do with or had an image around the heart chakra. Lady Nada, expanded heart, openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. So I feel like there's a lot of healing of the heart chakra here going on. There's an expansion going on. We're opening up to that idea again of unconditional love of self and of others as we emanate love, and we are love, right? We're the unconditional love of the universe. So as we open up to who we are and expand our hearts, it allows magic and things to come in, blessings to come in, right? With the open heart chakra and being very receptive to that love coming in into self, and then, allowing it to project out to others as well. But it's a magnet to blessings. It's a magnet to miracles. And here we've got a lot of golden energy of solar plexus chakra, confidence and courage and kind of that take charge ability, but it's merged with this kind of pink or mauve pink sort of heart chakra energy. So we've got kind of divine masculine and divine feminine here with Lady Nada. Lady Nada is going to be, you know, this beautiful representation of the divine feminine here. So expand your heart, open your heart. And that liberation, that word liberation, I feel like as you open yourself to unconditional love, that universal energy, it's going to liberate you. And as it liberates you, you're not so closed off. You're not so restricted and you know, got this barrier around you energetically. And it's that energetic barrier that's keeping the blessings from coming in. And with opening up to that unconditional love, that liberation term, it's going to liberate your energy field to be able to attract in the blessings of the universe. Those blessings that you seek and those blessings that maybe you don't even know about yet, but that are coming. So I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly intuitive energy forecast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure to check out my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment, or my meetup group, also called Sacred Soul Empowerment, if you want to join my meetup group, or connect with me on Facebook or Instagram on Sacred Soul Empowerment. Thank you so much, everyone. Sending you lots of love and light, many, many blessings of abundance and prosperity this week and in the weeks to come. Namaste.